Welcome, guys. Welcome to today's broadcast on Power to Change Your World. My name is Beni Udenka, and I hope you are excited today because I'm already very excited because we are going to be talking about a very exciting topic like how to get married to a beautiful girl even when you don't have much money. This video is for men exclusively and the women who love them. So if you are new to this channel, I want you to consider subscribing and click the notification bell so that when I post a new video, you will be able to see it. Now, let's step into this topic. The question is it possible for a young man who don't have much money or who is just beginning life to even dare to get married? Is it possible? The answer is yes. And I am going to be telling us that. So it is almost impossible to talk about man without talking about God, because God created man. Man is the product of God. The same way you cannot talk about Amazon without talking about Jeff Bezos. You know, one day God created man and he placed him in this beautiful garden and traveled back to heaven. So Mr. Adam was going about, gisting with animal. And one day, God took a visit. He visited him again, and he saw him looking so depressed. And I imagine him ask him like, man, why are you looking like this? You're not looking, is everything all right? And Mr. Adam said, oh God, I don't really know. I'm just feeling somehow today. I'm just feeling somehow. I don't know what is happening to me. God figured it out and shouted, it is not good for a man to stay alone. He said, I'm going to create a technology that will cure his loneliness. So God took back and created this system, this fashion of beauty. He created this amazing creature that is so powerful that when you look at her, everything is intact from head to toe. You know, when God brought this creature to Adam, Adam looked at her and oh my God, he couldn't contain his joy. He didn't know when he began to prophesy. He began to shout, man, this one is it. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want right now. Every system of his body got that message. And that is why you will see that young men in their 30s, an average young man in their 30s get depressed at least 2 times a week. I mean, a young man without a permanent woman in his life, he get depressed at least 2 times in a week. If he's 35 to 40, it is almost a daily affair. And he doesn't know. The language is like, man, I don't know what is happening to me. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what is going on. I don't feel so good. And sometimes you don't even know the language to express this. You don't know the language to express it. Something is going on. There is something that is missing, but you don't know how to express it. Let me tell you, man, what you are missing is that you are lacking a woman in your life. That is the truth. You're lacking a woman in your life. And that is why when you see such young man now eventually get married, you will begin to see a change. A quick change, like in a matter of a month or two, you will see that his face, all the wrinkled faces will begin to straighten up. His body will begin to, because all the cells and all the organs, the tissues, they will receive the message that this bundle of benefits has entered into his life. Sometimes you see their faces like, but after like a month or two, everything will begin to brighten up. It is not about food, even eating all this while. It is because this bundle of benefits has entered. And, this brain study has shown that the brain of a woman, that's what is called hippocampus in the woman, in the brain of a woman, is larger than that of a man. Brain study has also shown that the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere in a woman's brain, they communicate better than that of men. So God fashioned woman in such a way that she will be able to cure the loneliness of a man and help him to actualize himself. That's why you must get your own as soon as possible. So stay with me. Now, why is it that some young men now say, oh, if I don't have this money, I cannot. I don't know how to go about it. Now, let me tell you, there are three classes of men on the surface of the earth. We have the poor, the rich, and the wealthy. The poor spend their life talking about money, and they spend all their life pursuing money. At the end of the day, they hardly catch it, because the more they pursue, the more money runs. The rich, actually, they have gotten some money and they saved it. They kept it in the bank, maybe invested it somewhere. And they talk about the things they acquired. They talk about their car, they advertise their houses, they advertise their holidays, their luxurious holidays. And when the poor see this, especially the poor that live by sight, this thing damages their self-esteem, and they're beginning to say, oh man, when can I be like this? Hey man, this world is not fair. But the wealthy talk about ideas, and they don't have time to advertise anything. They are not into showmanship. They are thinking, which next idea can we convert? So the wealthy, they know how to multiply money. So because of the activities of the rich, the poor, their self-esteem is damaged, badly affected, that they are now thinking or looking at themselves as not valuable enough. And that is why they will spend their years lamenting and looking up to the rich. And they find it difficult to get there, because what you see about yourself is exactly how you are going to become. So now the question is it possible? And I'm going to tell us that there are three powerful resources when it comes to getting married. These three powerful resources must be in place. And the first two are even more powerful. Money is actually very important. It's one of the resources. But there are first two that are more important than money. And in this video, I'll be telling us one. Next week, I'll be going into the second one, because I don't want this video to be too long. All right. So what is that resource? It is called the image of a man. The image of a man, the personality of a man. Sometimes science called it confidence. God created man in his image, after his likeness. So this likeness, this persona of courage, the persona of boldness that will make a man to stand up, that thing is called confidence. That when a man lacks it, it will be difficult, because once you lack it, it appears. When you appear, the personality you carry also appear with you. And in the list of what women find attractive, confidence is at the top. Women, if you are here, I want you to say something in the comment section and say if what I'm saying is truth. Confidence is at the top. So women, they admire men that are very confident. Men that don't feel intimidated because of what others have. Men that don't feel intimidated because how another person appears. Men that don't feel intimidated to say their mind and to say it when it is necessary. Men that don't hide in their shells. This thing called confidence is very attractive to women. And when you lack it, it will be very difficult for a wise woman to even accept to go out with you. So a perfect example of this is that when you look at the jungle, you will see the lion and the lioness. The lioness, they knows that the personality of the lion fills the jungle. I mean, the aura, the glory of the lion covers the whole jungle. That the female lion, because of this, can go out to hunt a game for the family. And she brings that game home without fear, knowing that my man is there. Every animal in the jungle, they are willing to submit to the lioness, knowing that, man, the lion is here. That is how it feels when you pick this persona, this image that God created you in. When you pick it up, and one thing is that it is in every man. It is in every man. Because of the environment that you grew up, some people have been reconditioned by their environment, and they now believe that they don't have confidence. They call themselves words like, maybe I'm an introvert, man, I don't know how to talk, I don't know how to express myself, I don't know how to talk to a woman. It appears in many languages. It is your environment that has conditioned you to think like that. When did you convince yourself that you are an introvert? I want you to ask yourself, if you can think back, when you were a baby, you played with everybody. You played with both girls and boys, and you were such a happy person. Until the environment where you were born reconditioned you into something that you are now, that you can boldly call yourself an introvert. You can boldly call yourself, man, whatever, man, I don't know how to do this. That image of God is in you, and you need to activate it. You need to activate it. You need to rise up and begin to speak your mind. I'm going to share with us, it also happened to me. I'm sharing this with you because I experienced this. When I was in my secondary school, I was just 19 years. I was about to graduate in my final year. I never knew how to talk to a woman. Not at all. Until one day something happened accidentally. I was about to leave school, and the most beautiful girl in the campus, someone was pursuing her, and she ran to me. She came to take refuge behind me, and it happened that both of us were now strolling home. We're just going home, and we're just talking, I said, man, I don't really know how to do this, but this one has entered into my own jurisdiction. I just talked about school, talked about everything, and I don't know what to do. And I just said, man, I'm going to talk to this girl. Whatever that is going to happen, if the ground is going to open, let it open. And I opened my mouth. I say, hey dear, can you be my girlfriend? I said it, and to my greatest surprise, she said yes. I have never seen a thing like that in my life. So when she said yes, even my fear increased. I said, I don't know how to handle this. Next week, I said, is this easy? I'm going to try it again. I moved to the next beautiful girl in the campus. I cornered her somewhere. I said, I want you to be my girlfriend. She accepted. Oh my God. I said, what is happening to me? She was now waiting for me to take her out. I called her the next day. I said, nah, I was not serious. I was just joking. And next week, I went to the next fine girl in the campus, and I cornered her. I asked her again, I want you to be my girlfriend. And she accepted. I said, man, this is easy. This is easy. Man, my confidence increased. That I told myself that day, I will never marry an ugly girl. And since that day, I can walk up to any lady and tell you what I feel. And as I am concluding this video, I want to tell you that even when that lady says no, that no is the process of saying yes. I learned that by experience. No, for a woman, is a process of saying yes. She just wants to assess you. She just wants to look at you to know if this guy can convince me further. So I want you to rise up. That image is already in you. You simply need to activate it. Stand in the mirror and look yourself eyeball to eyeball and say, man, I carry the image of God. I carry the personality of a God. I am confident. And take it up from there. And you will see that there is no woman you can speak to with that kind of confidence, not arrogance, that will not yield to you. Because this is the first thing a woman considers attractive. So tell me what you feel about this video, and remember, next week I am going to be telling you another powerful resource that is even more powerful than money. And when you have these two things, I will now be showing you how to go step by step and get yourself a lovely woman that will cure your loneliness, because loneliness is bad. So I will see you next week. Bye bye.